Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And Shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Alright, we get into this article by Blacklisted News. Is the U.S. sacrificing Europe to maintain global dominance? Source: Armstrong Economics. Vladimir Putin believes that Washington is sacrificing Europe to maintain global dominance. The U.S. has always been the world police and top country that others turn to in time of crisis. America's post-World War II status left it as the financial capital of the world, and the dollar has remained the world's reserve currency. Nothing has topped the dollar. Europe attempted to create the European Union in an effort to prevent European conflicts, but it also created the euro to compete against the dollar. I explained various times how their attempts have failed. However, the euro is now beneath the dollar and on the decline. Nations maintain diplomatic relations, but only Schwab wants a one-world government as everyone is competing for global dominance. Putin claims that the West rushed to place sanctions on Russia. There was indeed a rush to place sanctions on Russia, despite Joe Biden himself coming out and admitting sanctions never worked. Peace talks were never an option. Returning land or promising to curtail NATO was never an option. Sanctions and threats were immediately imposed. Why? "Quote unquote," the P. Diddy, the P. Diddy-demic has been replaced by new challenges of a global nature, carrying a threat to the whole world. I'm talking about the sanctions to the whole world. I'm talking about the sanctions rush in the West. In the West, blatantly aggressive attempts to impose their modus vivendi, which, let me get with modus vivendi. It seemed like it mean way of life. Modus vivendi. It seemed like, because the last word vivendi sound like viva. But let me get modus vivendi mean arrangement or agreement allowing conflicting parties to exist peacefully and coexist peacefully, either indefinitely or until a final settlement is reached. The two states have difficulty to reach a modus vivendi through hardly friendship. And then the other one is a way of living. The so-called Christian faith and its implications for modus vivendi. It's a manner of living. They want to impose their manner of living, their way of life on everybody else. Westernization. Really, Edomization. The new Westernization is the new Hellenization. Putin claimed that the rush to place sanctions on Russia. There was indeed a rush to place sanctions on Russia, despite Joe Biden himself. Okay, I already read that. Okay. It's quote by Vladimir Putin. The pandemic, or as in the P-demic, the P. Diddy-demic, has been replaced by new challenges of global nature carrying a threat to the whole world. I'm talking about the sanctions rush in the West, and the West blatantly aggressive attempts to impose their modus vivendi, their way of life, on other countries, to take away their sovereignty, to submit them to their will. Quote unquote. Putin told delegates at Russia's Eastern Economic Forum in the port city of Vladivostok on Russia's Vladivostok on Russia's Pacific coast, as reported by CNBC. And the bonus, well, yeah, this is just basically Esau, he's doing this. Basically, he wants it all and he wants it now. Habakkuk, just like that song, Habakkuk 2 verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. That novus ordo secundum, that new world order that Esau's trying to establish, right? Also reminds me of 1 Maccabees 1:41. It starts there. They're in that same mindset. This is what Esau was doing.